Tremont Waters has the most NBA experience of anybody for Team Puerto Rico. You got Isaiah Pinheiro, a 27-year-old from California. Chris Ortiz, a 30-year-old who's played pro all over the place. The elder statesman is John Holland, 34 years of age. And George Condit is a 23-year-old from Chicago who played his college ball at Iowa State with Tyrese Halliburton. Just a couple of rules of note. The court is a little bit smaller, only 10-minute quarters on the international stage. Bonus free throws after the 5th foul, just like in the NBA. Only 5 fouls, not 6. Keep that in mind. And the shot clock resets on the touch of the rim as well. Keep that in mind. Just a couple of notes. More often than not, you don't notice a ton of change. The speed is a little bit higher as well at times at the international level. It's a really fun stage to be able to watch this.
And we've physicality, a little bit different, maybe permissive in terms of officiating. So I think that's going to be key, the rebounding, particularly for the USA.
For Team Puerto Rico, it is the 40-year-old Nelson Colon, who is the head coach of Vaqueros de Bayamón. That is one of the storied franchises in the very top tier of the Puerto Rican leagues. He's been the Puerto Rico head coach since 2021. He has won 4 titles in his career for the Vaqueros, which has won 16 at the top level of Puerto Rican basketball.
You know, by my coaching career, I've lost a lot of games. I lost to Bayamón a few times in my coaching career in Puerto Rico.
You lost a couple of things in Puerto Rico, from what I understand, my friend. It will be Jaren Jackson Jr. getting set to tip it off. The 6'10" George Condit will line it up with Jackson. Jose Carrion is one of the top Fiba referees. He will toss the ball in the air, and we are set to go from Las Vegas as this run to the Fiba World Cup begins tonight for Team USA. Jackson wins the tap, and Jalen Brunson is at the controls for the United States.
Great movement, goes side to side. A lot of quick hitting ball screens. A very unselfish group. Listen to this, buried down low by Jackson.
Just banged into John Holland for the first 2 of the night.
His game has developed, hasn't it?
Very much so.
Made some outside shots.
Had his best year shooting the 3. Here's Waters, who has spent some time with the Celtics.
Nice
pass underneath for Ortiz, but he missed it.
Gotta make that one. Nice look.
Here's Bridges. Quick double from Waters. Brunson drives it and draws a foul. And that's something you saw a lot more of going back to the playoffs 2 years ago for Dallas. Brunson. And then here is Jackson banging away.
How about that? Just burying his guy. Great position. The ball on time. Big time finish.
Tremont Waters picked up the foul. Baseline out-of-bounds plays are very important on the international level because most of the inbounds are baseline. There's no side-outs.
Right. Look at how he just delays that step back. What a great feel for the game he has. Normally converts that one.
Last touch by Puerto Rico, U.S. ball. You saw it in the playoffs with Dallas for Brunson, and then this past year with the New York Knicks just exploded, really broke out.
I don't think he has a problem getting a table in New York City.
Not anymore. The newly married Jalen Brunson last week got married. In fact, moved up his wedding to be able to play
How about that?
in the FIBA World Cup.
Think he loves the game?
He's got something to prove, too. Here is Brandon Ingram.
Ready.
A minute in, here comes Puerto Rico and Waters.
He's got a pull-up game, step-back game, and a good defender as well.
Right on cue, Bill. There it was on display.
He is a confident kid, LSU.
Speaking of confidence, Anthony Edwards off target on the 3.
Pretty good interview, I'm told, huh?
He's got some personality, one might say. Here is Ortiz.
Deep.
Brunson the rebound.
They will get a lot of runouts, I think, on if they challenge deep shots. Those long rebounds, nice. Again, a great defender in Waters.
And Pinheiro will work his way into Jackson.
He's a confident kid. Tremont played all over the world. Averaged 17 points in the Americas qualifier. Look at that little strip. Set him up beautifully. Nice little give at the end here. Pinheiro with the tag. Well, that's just good strength.
We mentioned that Waters has the most experience of anybody on Team Puerto Rico at the NBA level. He's played 40 games, mostly for Boston. They are without Jose Alvarado, who would have the most experience on this roster. He's played a couple of seasons now with the New Orleans Pelicans. He had an injury in his tibia, though, in February, and that has prevented him from playing with Team Puerto Rico. You want to talk about defense, a defensive pest at the NBA level.
Pinero from Quebradillas in the Superior League.
That's right.
I agree. He's got some game, too. I think
Absolutely he does.
Gotten stronger looking. Good size. There's your guy, right?
Alvarado. Grand Theft Alvarado, they call him in the NBA for his penchant for thievery and excellent defender.
Right? Recovering.
Yep.
Needs more time.
Here's Bridges. Lines up a three. He's got an unorthodox delivery, but he shot it very well this past year. Puerto Rico's got the 2-point advantage.
This is a confident team. Holly mentioned experience, nice little discard. Kind of, what a beautiful pass from top.
Condit is able to put it home on the Holland feed, and it's a 4-point advantage.
And Brunson protecting that ball. He knows he's got a good defender on him.
Here's Ingram against Ortiz. On the drive, on the dish, rotation to Jackson. Had to clutch in midair, got it back, fires away.
What a great pass by Brunson. A little tight early, I think, aren't they?
Sure. Does that feel typical for all teams at this level when they're starting off, right?
In particular for them, you know, haven't been together, feeling one another. Really working on rotations, too. Who's going to start? Who's going to come off the bench as this progresses? But how about that? Walk them up the lane. Nice lob finish. Iowa State, tough kid.
Condit from Chicago. He's played in Puerto Rico the last couple of years.
A little trap on the inbounds pass.
Pinheiro blocked by Ingram. Bridges found Brunson.
Nice run by Edwards.
There he is for the dunk.
Brunson's field. Extraordinary.
There's a reason that Steve Kerr has been so vocal with his praise of Brunson. Stepping in to really lead Team USA. Nice backdoor. Pinheiro is able to put it home. That's rare to see Bridges get beat on the baseline.
And how about that? Ortiz, though, with a nice pass as well.
Pinheiro knocks it away from Ingram.
Now, this is a well-coached Puerto Rico team. I mean, they're confident kids, played all over the world. Some NBA touches here and there. You mentioned the success of Nelson Colon.
It's a good staff for Team Puerto Rico as well. Here's Edwards.
Strong going to the rim.
Sure was.
Jackson.
U.S. back within 2. Waters, confident looking shot.
Can't leave him, though. Step on him. Curry-like, huh? Over half court. Get on that guy.
Off the bus range for Trevon Waters.
Look at this beautiful move.
Good defense by Condit using his extension.
And without fouling, too.
Edwards guards Waters.
A lot of similarities in what they run with the ball screen, the runouts. Nice dive. Pretty pass.
The erasure by Jackson, the NBA leader in blocks per game the last 2 years.
Yeah, he gets 3 a game.
Only Brook Lopez had more total blocks than Jackson in the NBA this past season. And Jackson with his second bucket.
It's just a beautiful elbow ISO. Strength prevailing at the rim.
I think that 3 buckets now for Jackson. He's got 6 of the 8. There's Ortiz against Brunson.
Nice mismatch, taking advantage.
Well, Brunson stood him up and saved it.
You had mentioned to me his upper body strength before the game. He is bigger. Brunson's
arms, I saw him about 4 months ago, and you can just tell how much work he's put in the offseason. There's Ingram. U.S. regains the lead.
There's a double high and a dive to the rim.
On the switch, Waters working against Ingram.
Look at the footwork.
Nearly got it to go. Ingram commits the foul.
He is clever. Fun to watch.
You were telling me earlier you're a big fan of Jared Jackson's game at both ends.
How about this kid? His dad couldn't do all of this. Charming pop, but boys, this kid's something else. In or out, ringing the bell, big time finish. Michigan State's lost to the NBA.
Thursday on Fox, it's a pivotal quarterfinal showdown as Spain takes on the Netherlands.
Spectacular!
It all kicks off in primetime, Thursday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Crap. Everyone's talking about Dan Harmon's Crapopolis.
I swear it's not as bad as the name sounds. Or that looks.
Special premiere September 24th after football.
Crap.
Jane.
Part of animation domination on Fox.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
I've shaved every day for 20 years.
A couple times a week.
Just for special occasions. Shaving gets me ready for my day.
I feel more confident clean shaven.
But I'm tired of overpaying for a close shave.
With Harry's, I don't have to. Harry's offers 5-blade closeness and comfort. And it's got all the features that I love.
And refills cost as low as $2 each.
Only half of what I paid before.
It's a premium shaving experience without the premium price tag.
Go to harrys.com/TV to claim your $5 trial.
Dad?
Dad?
Where are we?
We're in the middle of a very important time. The competition is better than ever. Chloe Kelly's coming in clutch. Wang Shuang's the heart of Chinese football. Davina's foot skills put everyone on notice. Alex Morgan makes it look
effortless.
Sophia Smith is scary good. And Sam Kerr is flipping the game.
Whoa.
They want to know.
The USA Basketball Showcase on FS1 is brought to you by Nike. Lone shot on American soil before the FIBA World Cup begins. United States has a 2-point advantage on Puerto Rico. Talked a lot about Jalen Brunson being the lead dog in a lot of ways for Team USA. His head coach for the New York Knicks is here. Of course, Tom Thibodeau. And his dad, who is part of that New York Knicks staff, is here as well. Just like Pop, both left-handers. We've always talked about Rick, always very hard on Jalen. But when you can get a smile out of Tibbs, that means you're probably doing something right.
He must like Vegas, huh? He's either that or it's gas, as they say.
That's right.
He loves the game, no question about it. Of course, you know, we always say, as time goes by quickly, having done Temple games when Dad was playing.
That's right.
And now seeing the son take over. The son's more of a point guard, I think.
Truly.
I think his dad would agree with that. He was more of a combo.
He's become a true scoring point guard, though, so I think the combo guard
fits him, too.
Fits him very, very well. What we've seen the last year and a half from Brunson. Waters played his college ball at LSU. Second-round pick. And most of his time with the Boston Celtics. He's played in Puerto Rico, France. He's won a Puerto Rico title. And he's tied the game up. He's got 4 of the 10.
And Nelson Colon was saying he just loves him when he doesn't stay with the ball, dribble it, create more, move it.
Off the Jackson screen. Brunson the
Nice
fake. Finds Jackson.
That kind of was a little late, a little confusing defensively. What a nice little play.
You said it, nicely done on the slip by Jackson and Brunson. There's a large ovation starting to take place. We'll tell you why in a moment. Speaking of good passes, Waters to Condon.
How about that? Drew 2. Beautiful bounce pass delivery. Big guy. A little bit large.
Brunson the cross. The step through.
Great how he refuses that screen too.
Well, you pointed it out, the handle of Brunson. So obvious how much he's worked on that. Misses the 3. Ortiz the board.
He's not afraid to go, and he runs people off right up their back. Nice hands by Bridges.
Running with Brunson, he'll take it himself.
That's that length. Denial in the wing.
Going into year 2 of a big contract now after being traded to Brooklyn. His offense blew up in the second half, as you said, Billy.
Well, he can really get after people, though, can't he?
Yep.
I thought Howell may have lost that one.
Yeah, he did. Edwards was hassling him. Bobby Portis will check in, and that ovation is for Austin Reeves. There are a ton of Reeves fans, including 2 of his aunts in the front row right there. They made the trip down from Idaho to come down and see Austin Reeves. They're from Idaho Falls. Reeves just signed a big contract with the Lakers as he became a fan favorite and a LeBron James favorite with Los Angeles.
Talking to Grant Hill before the game, he was at Wichita State when we first saw him.
Yep.
And, of course, then at Oklahoma. First look, how about that? And he lets everybody know.
Off the bench with the trade, a 5-point United States lead.
Nice little job he can do. He can run the point a little bit, play off the ball. And I guess more importantly, he's a scratch golfer, huh?
Apparently, yeah. He's got a very good game. Waters lined up with Portis. Launches the 3. Rebound Edwards.
Well, you got to challenge him all the time out there. Waters, they got the mismatch, a nice little exchange.
Ingram. Good help defense by Pinheiro. They got it back to Ingram for 3.
Nice shot. Finally taking advantage of the size disparity. Edwards. Old-fashioned little chest delivery. Ingram responds.
Largest U.S. lead at 8. We're back in a half a minute.
Right here, right now.
Get exclusive offers on select new Volvo models. Contact your Volvo retailer to learn more.
Baseball Night in America on Fox continues this weekend. The Braves continue to roll, although the Cubs got them 2 out of 3 this past weekend. They'll take on their division rival, the Mets. Angels and Astros, big series for both teams. And Brewers and White Sox. Brewers battling, trying to stay atop the NL Central as well. It's coming your way Saturday on Fox. Austin Reeves right off the bench, knocking down a 3.
How about that? Doing really a nice shot. That's the shot that they're all looking for. Generally a dribble drive kick opposite, but nice find by Edwards. And he's got himself a career. And you know, the one thing he was saying to Grant Hill was he never really knew these guys until this week because he came a different way. He was like a first-round pick, you know, played all those games against them.
Reeves actually got drafted in the 2nd round by the Detroit Pistons, but you actually have more freedom as an undrafted free agent rather than a late 2nd round pick. So he opted to sign a 2-way deal with the Lakers. Of course, Lakers and Warriors have had some battles. Draymond Green sitting right next to Kevin Durant, 2 members of the U.S. Olympic team that won gold in Tokyo a couple summers ago. Durant now with the Phoenix Suns. He was part of that Bridges and Cam Johnson trade.
Because I remember him at Texas. And even early in his career, he used to go back to Texas and wake everybody up in the morning to go work out. 5 or more, let's go.
That seems to be a common theme with the guys that are on this roster, too.
That is a great point. People understanding their work habits is just incredible. Nice little pull-up. And why not? One of the Thompsons, Stevie.
Stephen Thompson Jr. knocks it down. U.S. has Reeves, Halliburton, Banchero, Portis, and Johnson. And Austin Reeves with back-to-back buckets off the bench.
Wow. I think the answer could be hitting the tables tonight. Everything's going their way.
I think we may see him when we walk into the casino later. Aleem Ford, the former Wisconsin Badgers, got a few games of NBA experience with Orlando, is out there, as is Ishmael Romero.
Nice little screen to get done. He's got some range and not afraid to jack him.
Yep. Tyrese Halliburton, who had a fabulous year with the Pacers this year, finds Portis, the elder statesman at 28 years of age on this team.
Romero, unaccustomed to playing that far from the goal, gave too much distance. Nice dribble.
First double-digit lead for the United States.
Look at this kid. He is not afraid no matter the size guarding him. They've got Portis, a good defender. Didn't matter. They don't get back, though.
Banchero with the clutch in the score. The NBA's Rookie of the Year after being the #1 overall pick by Orlando.
Look at this kid. He is not afraid at all.
Puerto Rican roots for Tremont Waters. Got a great story as to how he ended up playing for Puerto Rico. He continues to play well in this opener.
Paolo with a little screen on the dribble handoff. This kid's going to be one of the greats when it's all over.
He had a really strong rookie season. Did have a little bit of an injury issue, but played very well. Waters loses it.
Trying to do too much. He does that once in a while.
Portis got wrapped up by Pinheiro and a foul.
I mentioned this SU Tiger, open floor, just great footwork. You see Portis, who's a good defender, unabashed from deep with that delivery. And here, speed, that open middle, very tough to contain these quick hitting guards.
He comes out. Jordan Howard is in. Howard had a fabulous college career in his days at Central Arkansas. You may know his brother Marcus, who played very well at Marquette, both playing in Spain this coming season overseas.
They were hoping to be playing together here, right?
Marcus still trying to figure out some visa issues for the chance to play for Puerto Rico.
I mentioned the one nice thing of Marcus not being here, you've got more shot opportunities.
Jordan put a big smile on his face when you told him that. Bobby Portis, as we mentioned, coming off a career best 9.5 rebounds, really strong defender, energy guy off the bench, was 3rd in 6th Man of the Year voting this past season.
This is a work in progress with this team.
Very much so.
Such a upside on both ends of the floor.
There's certainly some criticism about this team's makeup. It's very young. No members of this team had any prior senior national team experience. It's very rare for a United States senior team, but a lot of promise.
But this is the process right now. Cultivating these guys, they get accustomed to nice little kick opposite. And Wheeler dealing. And look at this late in the clock.
Ooh, Ramos took a long one.
That would have brought the house down.
And the antes would have been up for sure.
Exactly.
Puerto Rico had an early 4-point lead. Team USA ends up leading by double digits at 1 point. They've got a 6-point advantage after the first 10 minutes in this opening game of this FIBA World Cup showcase on the run-up to the World Cup at the end of the month. 27-21, the United States on top.
Where should we put all your luggage, Ms. Hilton?
In the connecting room, please. Book confirmed connecting rooms for an extra large closet. Or, you know, for your family.
When you need a connecting room for whatever reason, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
We got the house!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
An ice cold Michelob Ultra, courtesy of Saw Your Airball last game. A refreshing Michelob Ultra, courtesy of You Have a Highlight Reel of Airballs. Touche.
Cheers, my friend.
Gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Can't go on this way. Things gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. We gotta change around here.
When you see the game through Victor Salomon's eyes, you see the masterpiece in every move. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
It's always been more than just a game. It is a legacy. Support the USA Basketball Foundation as we look to expand that legacy. For her, for them, for us. All of us, together.
These celebrities are about to find out. Let's go! The cold will kill you in minutes.
People want to underestimate me. I'm a lot stronger than people think.
Very few of you will remain at the end of this course.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I want to get punished.
This is hell on earth.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Season premiere Monday, September 25th on Fox.
Paolo Banchero, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, some key cogs for Team USA. The inexperienced rosters has been discussed, but a promising run potentially for Team USA. Jaren Jackson Jr. did it at both ends in the opening quarter.
Just at the end of the game, he just buried his guy, able to finish at the rim. It's in a great field of where to be, too. Doesn't stay outside and count the house. And here just a mismatched little roll, curl, pin your man, slip to the goal. Nice find, some good minutes. What a big guy.
8 points, 3 rebounds, had a block shot as well. Romero, Howard, Ford, along with Wheeler out there for Puerto Rico. Stephen Thompson Jr. rounds it out. Banchero, Reeves, Cam Johnson, Halliburton, and Portis for Team USA. And there is Thompson again.
That nice little screen. Halliburton just a little late on the challenge. You like this kid, don't you, Tyrese?
He was a killer this year. Best season of his young career.
And a little half a flex there, going college on us. Oh, pin down.
Reeves trying to defend the bigger Romero in the post. Thompson
nice
finds him. Wow, that's a tough pocket pass.
And a nice seal, too, by Romero to present him. So say goodnight on this one. Get out of his way, Wheeler.
Banchero has his second bucket.
I'm impressed with his speed. Have you seen him at Duke? You know, he ran, but goodness, at practice, gets up and down, can turn it up.
And he's done that while still adding the size he's added. Romero flips it up and in. Ishmael Romero, Cuban-born, defected to Puerto Rico just a couple of years ago, was eligible to play for the national team.
Well, that open middle puts a lot of pressure on you individually. Reeves with another clean look.
Johnson, the offensive rebound. Halliburton for 3. Oh, nice. Reeves did it again.
Nice ball fake.
He finds Banchero, does Halliburton behind
nice
the
pass.
back for Tyrese. And it is going to stay at this end as Wheeler jumped out on Halliburton.
Boy, nice hands by Wheeler, too. This is just a pretty play. It's strong, go to the goal. That lift away from the defender.
Reeves separates and scores again.
He's an offensive player, this kid. He can fill it up quickly.
Shot 40% from 3, over 50% from the field, nearly 90% from the free throw line this year in his breakout season.
Yeah, having seen him, as I mentioned, at Oklahoma, he is an offensive wizard, really. Confident performer on that end.
Howard,
look at the range.
He buries the 3 against Portis on the switch. Portis leaking out with Johnson, and Johnson jams it in.
Got to get back defensively. Whew.
The pace.
This is USA. The speed, the ability to turn from one end to the other, magnificent.
Here is Howard. Pull-up jumpers. Rebound Portis. Reeves to Banchero, and a foul.
Pretty. See, we kept the men in abeyance. Both guys thinking they're going to have to help out. A little slip. That a big guy.
It does feel like, and I know you said this earlier, it's going to be a feeling out process for every team, because a lot of these teams, especially for the United States, they kind of get pumped together very quickly. Hey, learn yourselves, learn each other very fast. But there's a lot to like, it does feel like, for Team USA so far.
Now, having done the NBA as often as you have, the similarities of a lot of the plays are there. That helps, yes. Don't you think?
Yeah, everybody's running pick and roll. Right. Everybody's running pin down. Everybody's running pick and pop.
Right.
There's 5 or 6 actions, and Steve Kerr talked about it. Complex is not a word that we're going to use.
No.
Everything is going to remain simple on offense, especially.
And obviously the individual talents can prevail.
Yep. Banchero splits, 3-point U.S. lead. And an offensive foul.
Romero, I think, on the pin down.
Indeed.
Big, strong guy. Gives Condit some rest.
They've got some size.
They do.
Romero, Ortiz. You mentioned Condit at 6'10". Aleem Ford is 6'8".
The aforementioned is back now. Condit. Mero with a couple. With the depth on USA, though, I mean, talent-laden. Meshing is really the key. How about the staff he has, huh?
Not too bad when you got a couple of NBA titles with Spoelstra, an NBA title as a coach for Lou, and a lot of wins for Mark Few. Johnson.
Good offensive player. Stand still shooter if you need it. Off the bounce, drilling.
Former North Carolina Tar Heel. Few remembers him a little bit too.
Sure. I think he started at Pitt, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
He's a Pennsylvania kid.
Yeah.
Howard, nice behind the back. Nice dish to Condit. Oh, careful there. Reeves was on the deck. Condit jammed it down.
But he was in position. Look at the run. Boy, you got to get back against this team.
Portis ends up drawing a late whistle and a foul.
Boy, did they shorten the floor, though.
Yeah.
Either the pass or the speed. And on the other end, the ability at the rim here, all due to the penetration. What games those Howards must have had against one another, huh?
You don't become one of the highest scoring duos in college history without having some battles in the backyard or at the park, I would think. Foul on Wheeler was his first. Portis at the free throw line. Jordan at Central Arkansas. Marcus led the NCAA in 2020 in scoring. That is a high scoring duo. Oh my gosh. 5,500 plus.
Incredible. Got to watch Marcus do his magic and wizardry at Marquette on many an evening. Special talent.
Yep. So now we'll see a little bit of staggering from Steve Kerr's unit.
First time extending the floor a little bit.
Yep. You got Johnson and Reeves and Halliburton even adding some pressure, and then Ingram and Jackson in the backcourt right now.
They do a great job getting side to side with their run out screens at the end. Nice pass.
Condit the move. Jackson the tip. Deterred the shot. Halliburton. Ingram maneuvering. Oh, Philip Wheeler comes over for the denial.
What a save. Boy, not giving up on a play. Showing a great deal of competitiveness. This looks like an easy goal, but not giving up on it. How impressive. And down this end, not against the big fella. Great stretch. Almost Bill Russell, like how he kept it in play.
Tipped it to himself. Yeah. Jackson has improved his handle as well this past 2 seasons, but give credit to Philip Wheeler. Playing some strong D.
And also to help Condit, too, in the area. But Jackson is strong, too. Big, broad shoulders. Tried to zone up that out of bounds and then recover.
Late in the shot clock, Ingram launches and is way off. Here comes Puerto Rico. Down by 5, nearly halfway through the second. Condit, the touch to Thompson. Now you like that little touch, but you like the ball movement from Puerto Rico so far.
They are terrific with their field and understanding. It's not sticking with them at all. But they like that high-low pass.
Austin Reeves
having some quarter.
Off the bench, he's got 9.
I think he'll be a keeper with the Lakers, huh?
Just signed a 4-year, $54 million deal. For an undrafted kid, that's pretty impressive to get that type of contract.
Matches your salary.
How did you get my records? Here comes Johnson on the baseline. Good defense by Condit again.
And Johnson gave the foul.
Indeed, that is a Johnson foul. Reeves, 9 points off the bench to help lead Team USA.
Pretty impressive. Unabashed going to that rim. Complimenting that ability from team.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can dramatically relieve RA and PSA symptoms, including fatigue for some. It can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Subway refreshed everything, and now they're slicing their deli meats fresh. That's why this QB prefers the new 5-meat beast.
And this QB prefers it.
And if we prefer it,
we know you'll prefer it too.
Are you trying to out-spokesperson me?
Maybe.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed by AI. So researchers can help life underwater flourish.
Gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Can't go on this way. Things gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. We gotta change around here.
Night falling in Las Vegas. A 7-point United States lead opening up this showcase run. Moments ago, we saw Jerry Colangelo, the former managing director of the United States men's basketball group. Basketball Hall of Famer. Boy, he keeps getting more trophies. His shelves are going to be falling down. Great to see Jerry. He looks great.
Well, I love his humility, too. Knowing Sean Ford, Jim Tooley does such a great job. And here's Reeves as he got into the game, got into the flow quickly, knocked some big-time shots down. Confident player, able to get to that rim as well. But just to finish the thought on Jerry, this was really his masterpiece. Getting this started, David Stern, getting the best players in the world to commit for their country.
Yep.
And I think that's what these kids have embraced, too. It's more than just you.
First time that you see Howard and Waters playing together. Nelson Colon said that there will be stretches where they're on the floor together. Both ball handlers, but can play off as well.
And Brunson's going to have to concentrate, keep Waters away from the goal. Jackson with a pretty good block.
Ortiz on the drive that time. They will call the foul. That is now 2 on Jackson. It's the first U.S. player with 2 fouls.
What's some of the little foul problems this year, right? So you average like 3 points something during the...
When Memphis struggled oftentimes, remember, they were without Steven Adams for a good portion of the season as well. So when Jackson got into foul trouble, they struggled when they had to go a little bit smaller. That's how impactful Jackson is as not only a shot blocker, but you said this correctly too, just the presence to deter and
intimidate almost.
Intimidate, very much so. Ortiz's first couple. And back to a 5-point game. So you got Edwards, Ingram, Brunson, Jackson, and Bridges.
A little zone look right now. USA has put some wrinkles in it. Not accustomed to zones, but this will help.
Ooh, Jackson nearly flushed it. He kind of rolled his eyes thinking he should have had it.
That's the one thing. You're going to get offensive rebounds against this zone. There's no principles of checking out.
Here's Ortiz. Rebound Brunson.
Heads up always.
Finds his old buddy Mikal Bridges, and Waters snuck in from the backside. That would make Jose Alvarado proud on the sideline right there as he knocked it off U.S.
Well, that 1 year SEC Defensive Player of the Year, Waters. A nice little field, gets it off the leg. Good call.
Ended up being a second-round pick. Was the G League Rookie of the Year when he was with the Celtics playing in Maine as well. And has some international experience too. Here is Waters. He's got 9 points to lead the way. Looking for Condit. Tough catch.
Condit does a great job rolling and presenting himself. Tough shot.
It was. Waters nearly got it. Brunson on the push. Finds Ingram. Oh, got Ortiz out of the way, and it's going to be a defensive foul here. I thought maybe there was a shot Ingram would get called for it.
And a continuation, too. I love Brunson giving the ball up early. Let somebody else make the decisions. Here's an opportunity. Ortiz, I'm sure, feels he was in good position.
Ortiz is actually coming over to Jose Carrion to ask him about that. So he and Romero each have 2. Pinheiro will check back in. And Brandon Ingram to the free throw line. If Brandon Ingram can stay healthy, he is one of the best scorers in the NBA. Had a great season, career high numbers, but only played 45 games as he dealt with ankle and toe injuries.
And attempts about 4 threes a game too, so he can mix his game up.
39% shooter from outside this past season. North Carolina native, played his college ball at Duke. His dad Donald was a semi-pro player. He was good friends with Jerry Stackhouse. Stackhouse ended up being his AAU coach. And Stack's done a nice job.
Vandy, yeah, he sure has. 6'9" small forward, though. It's amazing, isn't it?
You just shake your head going, are you though? Are you a small forward at 6'9"?
What is this? Very quick to retrieve the ball on dribble handoff or sprinting off of a screen.
He doesn't want to let the big guys have to handle it too much. Was looking for Condit. Good penetration on the defensive end by the U.S. Brunson was arguing that it should be off of Puerto Rico. Neither of the other officials agree. It'll be Puerto Rico ball 3 on the shot clock here.
Watch the lob, too. Or a pin down.
Into the corner. Tough shot for Howard. It's blocked by Edwards, and a shot clock violation. Anthony Edwards getting his hand on it.
A pretty good defensive set. They were prepared. Big challenge. Yeah, that works sometimes. Unfortunately, against a 6'7", 6'8" guy. Need a little more distance, space.
Edwards just celebrated his 22nd birthday on Saturday. Had that one knocked away by Holland. Loose ball. Good effort by Bridges, and Edwards takes it in.
That was the elbow call. A little pin down to give an open opportunity to Edwards. Whew, he can be electrifying at that rim.
Boy, he works hard. We were told he passed up on a Young Jeezy concert on Saturday to go to the gym and work out. Another 3. This time it's Jordan Howard, his 2nd of the night.
You've got to lock in on those guys.
Yep. Well, U.S. pushing the pace after made baskets, too. Bridges, the turnaround. There's that extension in size.
Great poise and balance, too. Got to get back and cover.
But both teams, I think that's very common in international ball that teams take it out quickly after a made basket to try to push the pace. Oh, Brunson was looking for Edwards. Waters denied it defensively.
Such a clever kid, isn't he? This is a big challenge to him.
Well, he wants to prove himself, too.
Look at that step back.
A little behind the back action, too. Nearly got it to go. Ooh, it's a travel on Jackson. A little bit out of sorts. Again, when you push the pace, this is what the U.S. wants to do.
Well, it really challenges the balance. That's that elbow play and running it down. Edwards, magnificent. Big time. Bang, and that's it.
How can you tell which one's the better deal?
Bring in Dad from Sarasota?
Dads are great, but let's say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
We got the house!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Want more from your vitamins? Get more with Nature's Bounty. From the first ever triple action sleep supplement to daily digestive support to more wellness solutions every day. Get more with Nature's Bounty.
When your travel adventure is more of a misadventure, it matters where you stay.
And here's some warm DoubleTree cookies.
DoubleTree by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
When you see the game through Victor Salomon's eyes, you see the masterpiece in every move. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
What is effort, anyways? Is it long, busting runs at the crack of dawn?
I'm sweating already.
Is it years of unrelenting dedication and discipline?
Over 200 caps, baby.
Or is it putting in so much effort that to everyone else, it just looks
Effortless. You can't bottle this stuff.
Whether you're curling or crunching, running or riding, lifting or lunging, balance it all out with some ice cold serving and enjoying.
Steve Kerr in the huddle with the United States. We get a chance to listen in a little bit.
We're jogging up the sidelines. I know we're still getting our wind from the first 4 days, but we want to sprint, okay? We got to run. There's a lot of opportunities. These guys, Paolo really got out and ran. Bobby got out and ran. Let's have everybody get out. We only need one guy trailing, right? We can get out ahead of the play and get a lot of easy stuff.
Come on, y'all. Yeah. USA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
USA, come on.
Portis, the elder statesman, and of course Steve Kerr, his easygoing nature, easy to respond to and absorb his info.
You can see how appealing he would be to players.
Yep.
Been there, he's won, been a champion as a player and as a coach. There's great compassion, nice delivery too. Hey guys, we got to get up and down. We get out and run and get your win, get back into this game.
Like 9 championships between playing and coaching at the NBA level.
Who
Good
needs Jordan? Who
defense.
needs Jordan, huh? Nice
Edwards
pass,
to
nice.
Bridges.
Boy, did they pay attention about running.
We've been talking about it, pushing the pace, and he made a good point, Steve Kerr. I know you're getting your wind, getting used to the pace, but you want to keep sprinting.
Well, they do a nice job with that roll, don't they?
Like Condit and Waters have done a beautiful job connecting.
They got everybody spread because they've got good shooters. And just great hustle, challenge, and giving the ball up nice and easy. The pass that leads to the pass that leads to that goal. Swift.
Banchero picked up the foul at this end, and Condit to the free throw line. His mom has Puerto Rican ancestry and wanted him to play for the Puerto Rican national team. His dad, George, played college football at Iowa State. Of course, Condit, teammate of Tyrese Halliburton, was undrafted in 2022, so he ends up landing for the Gigantes de Carolina. They were the top team this past year in Puerto Rico.
And of course, when he was in college, the 11th seed, they came in and beat LSU, Wisconsin. Sweet 16, lost to Miami.
And you just saw his hustle, getting another offensive rebound chance, and he'll go back to the line. And there they are, Condit and Halliburton. Made a pretty solid run, as you just mentioned, Raph.
I'll say.
Last foul on Banchero again, so his second. That's the 4th on the United States with 90 seconds left in the quarter.
One thing about Condit, he knows the game, too. He knows how to open up, how to control his guy, create entry passes.
It's a Corliss High School in Chicago. And Condit frustrated at himself because he missed a couple of free throws. He missed a layup on the offensive rebound opportunity, but Nelson Colon gives him a nice hand as he comes off the floor.
Talented kid.
Every national team has to have at least one true citizen, natural-born player, but that's why you see a lot of California kids, a lot of United States kids on Puerto Rico's team that have some ancestry.
Nice save.
Oh, what a play by Ingram to find Bridges. Puerto Rico, Pinheiro kind of gave up on the ball a little bit.
Yeah, good. USA did not. Nice steal here by Edwards in the passing lane.
Boy, he's playing some defense now, huh?
Nice look for an open 3.
Brunson off target. Tap by Banchero. Grab by Holland. Here comes the 34-year-old from the Bronx.
Why is it always age with you?
Listen, I'm older than all of these guys. I'm starting to transition into that era of my life where I'm older than the players I cover.
A nice steal again by Waters. Played the passing line. Nice.
He is everywhere. And here he is here, too. Oh, behind the back, he was looking for Parker. Out of bounds, and it'll be United States basketball.
Boy, he's got a motor, doesn't he?
How about it?
This is, I may grow a bun if I could do all of that. Jump the lane. Big time finish by the archaic individual.
We're not going to say Holland's antiquated just yet, I don't think. Half a minute to go. A 10-second different shot in game clock. Brunson, tough left-hand finish. His natural hand. First 2 points for Brunson.
That's a big challenge he and Waters, too, isn't it?
You can tell Waters has taken this personally.
Oh, yeah.
A guy who would love to get back to the NBA. Shot clock is off for Waters.
Usually that ball screen open middle opens up a three-point shot. Oh, he's doing it on his own. Look at this footwork.
Oh, nicely done by Waters into traffic. A denial there.
Ingram gets the foul, I think. Boy, he can put you on skates, can he?
It's a nice move. It's a foul on Bridges. It'll be his first.
And that's the one time I think Nelson Colon doesn't mind him dancing with the ball.
Yep.
Keep control late in the shot clock. If you overhelp, he can distribute.
Waters in 2015 tried out for the Puerto Rico under-17 team. One of the wishes of his late father was for him to go back to Puerto Rico and explore his roots. His mom, Vanessa, has a lot of family in San Juan, is originally from Puerto Rico, hence why Waters has eligibility to play for the Puerto Rican national team. And 37 of his 40 games for Boston, short stints with Toronto and Washington, now the international career.
Yeah, over in France, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
France before he went to Puerto Rico.
Right.
And that's a common story with a lot of international players that you're going to see in the FIBA World Cup coming up. Let's see if Steve Kerr gets the substitution he wants. He might want Portis in. Again, even the coaches, there's little nuances as to when you can make the substitutions after a basket, after a free throw, etc. Portis will have to stay on the bench for this final 1.4.
Good job here, extending the floor defensively, trying to harass the inbound passer. Don't let anybody go deep. This is maybe a catch and a one dribble. Back screen and then step to it.
Edwards, one dribble and a launch. Ooh, nearly put it down.
He thought he had it too. Highly competitive.
Very much
impressive on both ends.
The pace of play, I think if this is your first time in a while watching international basketball, you get a nice feel for how quickly it moves with these 10-minute quarters. We hit the halftime break in Las Vegas, USA. 50 points, Puerto Rico with 43. Puerto Rico had an early 4-point lead. The U.S. led by as many as 10. Plenty coming up at halftime from Las Vegas.
Craftsman in your hand, nothing stopping you. Not a chair, creaky stair, or even engine repair. Craftsman in your hand, nothing you can't do. Like a lawn, leaky John, or that new kitchen add-on. Craftsman in your hand, nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping you.
Same time tomorrow?
Right on.
Yeah.
You got this, buddy. You got it.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Subway slicing their turkey fresh, like on the Titan Turkey. Pile high with double the cheese and more meat.
I prefer freshly sliced turkey. It's my favorite mouthguard flavor.
Now available at Subway.
The sub, not the mouthguard.
An ice cold Michelob Ultra, courtesy of saw your airball last game. A refreshing Michelob Ultra, courtesy of you have a highlight reel of airballs. Touche.
Cheers, my friend.
So, you got a big truck, and you like to do big truck things. Well, you can't do big truck things without the right big truck tires. That's why Kumho Tire made the all-new Road Venture AT52. Incredibly durable, with all-weather, all-terrain performance. So you can worry less about getting there, and more about what big truck thing you're gonna do next.
Gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Can't go on this way. Things gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. We gotta change around here.
When you see the game through Victor Salomon's eyes, you see the masterpiece in every move. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
The NBA app? Oh, you know what's happening.
Oh, my goodness.
Getting caught up on every move in real time? It's happening. Getting a breakdown on what's happening now.
15 games.
And next. Yup, that's happening. Amazing original content.
Camera's on right there.
Behind the scenes, behind the backs, pregame fits, and all the action in between, all personalized just for you. It's all happening in the NBA app.
Fox News Primetime. The right voices at the right time. Laura Ingraham.
Real Americans need to be heard.
Jesse Waters.
We cover the stories nobody else will.
Sean Hannity.
I believe in faith, family, and the USA.
Greg Gutfeld.
This close to actual entertainment.
Fox News Primetime. Weeknights on Fox News. America is watching.
You're welcome, America.
United States has a 7-point lead at the halftime break from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Take a look at what took place in the first 20 minutes of this opening game of this showcase run. U.S. shot over 50% despite just 2 for 15 from three-point range. Most of their damage done in the paint. A lot of sharing of the basketball as well in that first half. For the U.S., 4 threes for Puerto Rico, and they got some damage done at the line. Off the bench, leading scorer Austin Reeves with 9 points in a balanced United States effort, a 50-43 lead. When we come back, you may have got a sense for this gentleman. Grant Hill, new managing director of the U.S. men's national team, will come on and join us.
When you see the game through Victor Salomon's eyes, you see the masterpiece in every move. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
Gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Can't go on this way. Things gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. We gotta change around here.
You push your body hard in the name of fitness. Sure, it's for a good cause. But a good cause shouldn't mean sacrificing a good time.
The Denver Nuggets are NBA champions. Gear up with the official locker room collection. Available now at NBAstore.com. Get your commemorative NBA Finals, men's, women's, and kids championship t-shirts and the official hat. The same ones the players wear as they hoist the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy. Plus other unique one-of-a-kind designs. Don't miss out. Shop now. NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This is one of those times. This is one of those moments. We getting ready to go out there and give it everything we got. Who ready? I'm ready. Who ready? I'm ready. But give me my darn theme music.
The best in all of college football.
It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, feeling tired, getting soft, growing old? Wake up and grab Ageless Male Max with a non-prescription ingredient to help boost your total testosterone. Be the man you want to be.
It's Crime Scene Kitchen.
3 sheet pans.
It's a bold choice.
Mine is raw. Get your fill before the finale.
I murdered a donut.
That's a crime scene. Crime Scene Kitchen, only Mondays, and stream on Hulu.
These celebrities are about to find out.
Let's go!
The cold will kill you in minutes.
People want to underestimate me. I'm a lot stronger than people think.
Very few of you
will remain at the end of this course.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I want to get punished.
This is hell on earth.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Season premiere Monday, September 25th on Fox.
Team USA in its opening game of this USA Basketball Showcase, presented by Nike, leading by 7 against Puerto Rico. Of course, a college basketball Hall of Famer, a basketball Hall of Famer, 7-time NBA All-Star, and part of the 1996 Olympic gold medal winning Team USA. Grant Hill, now the managing director of Team USA. Do you guys know each other at all? I don't know if you've ever met.
Him, at Duke. I don't know what he did after Duke.
Yeah, you're very unfamiliar with headsets on, sitting next to one another. Of course, these two do a fabulous job in the NCAA tournament together as well. Thanks for the time, Grant. Give just a quick sense. I know there was discussion about the youth of the roster, but it seems like that makes it a little bit exciting for what Team USA is going to be doing this coming FIBA World Cup.
Very exciting. You got all guys first time on the men's national team, and certainly excited to have them. And we got to get young players into the pipeline, and they've given their time and sacrificing this summer, and we had a great camp. I mean, really just guys buying in, playing hard, really building that camaraderie and that trust. I thought they were a little tight out there in the first half, but you know, you don't play for a gold medal now, you know, but you want to just keep improving, keep getting better, and this is a good first test for us against a very solid Puerto Rico team.
You know, Mike Krzyzewski was a great recruiter. How would you evaluate yourself?
Yeah,
with the selection, is that the hardest part of the job, really, or no?
It's one of the harder parts, and you know, the World Cup is not it's not valued as much here as the Olympics, and so getting guys to be excited about it is a little bit different. I think next summer it'll be a little easier. A lot of guys will want to participate, but you know, it was great to connect. It was great to talk about the vision for what we're trying to accomplish with these players, with their agents, with the representatives from their teams. And guys were very excited. We have a lot of guys who unfortunately aren't a part of this, who wanted to be here. So it's, you know, it's still a distinction and honor and a privilege to represent your country. And we got some good, young, talented guys who are kind of not quite in their primes, but approaching their primes or very early in their career. And so hopefully they can have a long, fruitful relationship with USA Basketball.
You mentioned the word sacrifice. I don't think fans necessarily have a great idea about what kind of sacrifice it takes to be a part of this. Can you give us just a quick sense of that, something that you've dealt with as well in your Olympic career?
Yeah, you know, it's much more extensive than when I played in '96. But in '96, I mean, we still were the dominant team. There was never any concern that we would lose, you know. And you know, and that has quickly changed, and the game has grown. It's global now, and these teams from overseas are more than capable, and they've certainly won on the World Cup stage and the Olympic stage. But it's a 6-week commitment, and we started here this past week in Vegas, and then we got a week in Spain, a week in Abu Dhabi, and then 3 weeks in Manila. So I applaud these young men. I applaud these coaches for giving their time, and they're excited. Like, they want to do this and want to be a part of something magical, something special.
I saw you in '96. These kids are much more athletic than you are.
You check his vision.
You got a couple more minutes to get needled by him. If you want to stick around, we'd love to hear more from you. Great. Awesome. Thank you very much. We'll be right back with more.
How can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie. This one's like your last boyfriend. It's got issues.
For the right used car, just say, "Show me the Carfax value." You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
Feel the power of Osteo Biflex. Taken every day, it's clinically shown to improve joint comfort in 7 days with significant improvement over time.
Post says the key is under the Bisanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation.
Really helpful.
It matters where you stay. True by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
So I got this app from Experian. It's got everything I need to help my finances. Got my FICO score, raised it instantly. I even found new ways to save, all right here. Free and fast.
See all you can do with the free Experian app. Download it now.
An ice cold Michelob Ultra, courtesy of Saw Your Airball last game. a refreshing Michelob Ultra, courtesy of you have a highlight reel of airballs.
Touche. Cheers, my friend.
So, you got a big truck, and you like to do big truck things. Well, you can't do big truck things without the right big truck tires. That's why Kumho Tire made the all-new Road Venture AT52. Incredibly durable, with all-weather, all-terrain performance. So you can worry less about getting there and more about what big truck thing you're gonna do next.
When you see the game through Victor Salomon's eyes, you see the masterpiece in every move. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
It's always been more than just a game. It is a legacy. Support the USA Basketball Foundation as we look to expand that legacy. For her, for them, for us. All of us. Together.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Team USA with a 7-point lead as we get set for the start of the second half. We're joined by Eric Spoelstra from courtside. We appreciate the time, Spo. Something you liked, something you want to see improved, and obviously just this first run for this team.
Yeah, I mean, it's our 5th day together, so there are some good things. We got a little sloppy there when we had an opportunity to break the game open to double digits, potentially, but they're quick. They force some turnovers, but overall, there's some good things.
You know, Eric, I know you work with Pat Riley down there in Miami. He sort of is your managing director. Is it a little bit step back working with Grant Hill as your managing director right now?
Yeah, and we go all the way back to, early 2000s. We almost had Grant in a Miami Heat uniform. That would have changed things for a while. That would have been pretty cool.
You didn't know that, Ralph.
I didn't.
Spo, we appreciate the time. Best of luck going forward, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Give me a sense, though, you were saying too, Grant, something that you liked, I'll ask you the same thing I suppose, something you liked that you watched in the first 20, and just something that you expect to get better as time goes on?
You know, I thought our passing, we were very unselfish. We were trying to make the extra play on the offensive end. Defensively, we could tighten up a little bit. We got to, defend multiple actions, screen and roll. Let's see if we can clamp down a little bit defensively here as we start this second half.
Well, I know you enjoy being the managing director. Work on your television skills.
He might go somewhere one of these days. Who knows?
He could have a career. You never know.
You know, Raph is my managing director in March. On camera and late at night, too.
Yeah, because you're not going anywhere until Raph says it's okay. Grant, thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate the time, and we're really looking forward to what happens in these next couple months.
Have a great run. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Grant Hill, kind enough to take some time with us at halftime as we get set for the start of the third quarter here from Las Vegas. Adam Amin, Bill Raftery, our fantastic Fox Sports crew. So pleased that we have the opportunity to bring you some of these showcase games en route to the start of the FIBA World Cup. Jaren Jackson, excellent at both ends of the floor, you thought, Raph, in that first half.
Very impressive. A talented kid. We all know about that shot blocking ability and presence, but just a great feel of how to roll and open. This was the first play of the game, really just in position. Made his guy disappear, and right here going right to the rim as his guy is attracted to Edwards' drive. And look at the slip, the curl, hold the body off and finish the deal.
And Tremont Waters, we were talking about this. He's got something to prove, trying to get back on an NBA roster, and he was very good. The only Puerto Rican player with double-digit points, and he had 3 steals as well.
Yeah, talent and moxie.
Here's Brunson. Speaking of moxie,
he's gonna raise his game. He knows this young guy has had a terrific performance in the first half.
So same 10 that started the game, start the second half. For the U.S., it's Bridges, Ingram, Edwards, Brunson, and Jackson. Holland, Pinheiro, Condit, Ortiz, and Waters for Puerto Rico. This is Pinheiro.
Taking advantage of the mismatch now.
Oh, Brunson stood him up defensively. Pinheiro another chance. Got it to go.
Size prevails. Look for the USA team to push.
Just like that. Heard Steve Kerr imploring Team USA to push the pace a little bit and stay at that pace.
And notice Bridges starting on the automatic switch on the perimeter here. Once again, the little mismatch.
And that time, Brunson defensively forces a turnover on Pinheiro.
How about that? Pinheiro a little bit upset. I think he was 6th man of the year in the league, if I'm not mistaken. In Puerto Rico, obviously.
Played in Latvia and Turkey, and now had a great run in Puerto Rico. Played at Portland State and San Diego in his college days. Picks up the offensive foul, his 2nd personal. Good rotation, Ingram.
Wow. A little too much help sniffing on that roll, that mid-screen roll.
How about this 7-2 run to start the 3rd quarter? The largest lead for the United States. And a dozen. Waters cuts right back into it.
Can't go under on him.
Ingram to Jackson. Waters gets in there for his 4th steal, and in the midst, a foul is called.
Well, he has a feel for this game, doesn't he? A nudge on the defensive end, and right here you go under. You can say no show. This kid makes you pay. And down on this end, relishes the opportunity.
Rapids, the first player on either side with 3 fouls. It ends up being Jackson.
That's the technical.
It was.
Huh?
In the scrum afterwards. Waters misses that free throw. Being told it was an unsportsmanlike foul. No technical officially, so it doesn't go down as a technical foul towards disqualification. Waters with 4 of the 6 for Puerto Rico here in the 3rd for Nelson Colon.
He's got to be impressed with his team. They're going to get a lot out of this.
Had a good conversation with him today, and a lot of the things that he implored, that he hoped to see from his team, we're seeing that so far. There's some good defense by Edwards and Ingram. And a blocking foul on Holland as he tried to step in front of Ingram.
Not a bad foul away. They had a nice open look at the corner.
United States has won 14 of 18 events when they've had a full roster of NBA players, but 3 of the 4 events they've come up short have been 3 of the last 5 World Cups. Trying to change that. Brunson, strong drive, exactly what you talked about, Rev. You got the sense that he was going to come out a little stronger.
Well, with Bankera on the floor, I'll get to it in a moment. Open steal.
Bridges, again.
How about that dexterity? You're going to see a lot of this in the next couple of weeks. Bankera playing the 5 spot. He can bring his guy out, open that middle for drives, and we just saw a big-time finish, Bridges.
Saturday, it's baseball night in America on Fox. Acuna Jr. and the Braves battle Alonso and the Mets. Or Ohtani and the Angels take on the Astros. It's baseball night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Thursday on Fox, it's a pivotal quarterfinal showdown as Spain.
Oh my word!
Takes on the Netherlands.
Spectacular!
It all kicks off in primetime, Thursday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
I got the eye of the tiger, the fire, dancing through the fire, 'cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Roar, roar. I got the eye of the tiger.
It's time to get down to the business of food, and I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money. It's not just an investment, it's a partnership. Each week, I'll put the best food entrepreneurs to the test.
It has a 2.2 horsepower. That's like a go-kart.
Winners hustle and make tough decisions fast.
Drop the ball.
This was a profit challenge. I'm looking for my next food star. The person who I'll be investing in is
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, Wednesdays on Fox and stream on Hulu.
So, you got a big truck, and you like to do big truck things. Well, you can't do big truck things without the right big truck tires. That's why Kumho Tire made the all-new Road Venture AT52. Incredibly durable, with all-weather, all-terrain performance. So you can worry less about getting there and more about what big truck thing you're gonna do next.
USA Basketball Showcase on FS1 is brought to you by Nike. Jaren Jackson picked up a third foul, so Paolo Banchero came in. That affects this USA offense in sometimes a positive fashion.
Yeah, they were toying with this too, where they get that open middle. Oh, there's a ball screen involved in here, but you see him on the perimeter. Just a nice little screen here, but then he opens up, and it opens up that middle opportunity. You've got to stay honest on him. Condit commits a little bit, and right away, Brunson has some choices. This one, a finish.
You really enjoyed watching him in his season at Duke, and I really enjoyed watching him with the Orlando Magic, an improving team in the NBA.
He just has a great feel and pace for the game. And in the first half, we talked about his ability to run the floor, more powerful than he was at Duke.
Yep.
And watching practice, his deep shot, he's got, look at it, first time they've done that little half-court run and jump.
They use Bridges and Ingram with that length. Here's Ortiz for three, rebound Ingram. You can tell they're trying to take Waters away a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Bridges is out there.
Ingram, an acrobatic attempt with Pinheiro all over him defensively, a foul.
How about the strength there by Ingram to get that? The attempt to block, and this is just great footwork in the lead. By a Wildcat.
3 Villanova Wildcats on this roster, all of whom are very good friends. Bridges, Brunson, and the resting Josh Hart tonight. No injury, we were told, for Hart, just a rest day.
And DiVincenzo, those guys are going to know the subway system in New York. Right?
Yeah, opportunity for DiVincenzo with some money opened up for the New York Knicks. There's Hart, who came over in a trade.
Just great to watch this kid. Leaves everything out there, every performance, every practice. Does all the little things, the dirty things.
He's one of the absolute best rebounding guards in the NBA, Josh Hart.
And he's really polished up his offensive game, too.
Biggest lead for the United States at 14.
There's that run out ball screen, empty side. Ortiz with a nice roll.
There's that kick by Banchero.
Good show by Banchero. And Bridges fighting over the top, too.
You said earlier, too, so many similar concepts at the NBA level. You see more switches in the NBA than ever, 1 through 5. And you're kind of seeing that right now with Banchero at the 5.
Now, if a big guy can't handle a ball screen, you can't play in this league. Or the NBA, I should say.
It's quite the advantage in the international level.
Once again, Banchero with a great show.
Yeah.
Down to 1.
Tough shot. Would not go for Ortiz. And here comes Brunson for Edwards.
Look at this pass.
To Ingram, to Brunson, open 3. Long rebound to Brunson.
Nice pass again.
Edwards. That won't go. It's Bridges with the offensive rebound. Third chance. That's short.
Great hustle, though. Got to stop the ball.
It's Waters, a pull-up pop. Would not go. Good hustle at the other end by Condit and an and 1.
Kid gives you effort. He's got a great motor. The more you watch him, boy, never gave up on that particular play. Look at 4th one down, and look at this commitment. Out wrestling. Big time effort.
Foul on Brunson, his second. And for the first time, we'll see Ethan Thompson, the younger brother of Steven. Of course, their father, an assistant at Oregon State, very good basketball family. Ethan plays for the Windy City Bulls.
And Steven spent some time with the other day, the dad, an assistant at Oregon State, but more importantly, overcame playing for Jim Boeheim for 4 years. He loved it, loved every moment at the Cuse.
Jimmy was a big part of USA basketball as well on their coaching staff, just recently retired after his Hall of Fame career at Syracuse. Thompson blocked by Ingram. Numbers for the United States. Banchero with the ball fake. Go to Edwards.
Look at all the white shirts at that end. 4-on-1. Talk about receiving the message from Steve Kerr and responding.
Draymond enjoyed that. Edwards with 8. Again, very balanced effort for the United States. Bridges and Ingram have 10 to lead the way.
And as we said earlier, these kids have only been together 2 days.
Yep.
In practice.
Well, look at them running out. All those white jerseys getting down the floor, including Brunson.
He does that so well in college. The fake handoff and keep going.
A little bit of that from Luka Doncic while he was in Dallas. Kind of picked up on that. And obviously being a lefty, it's a little bit of a different look. Interesting to defend. Foul on Waters was his second.
It really does confuse the defender because you feel I may have to switch on the handoff, and then he accelerates.
What a skilled young player this is in the NBA, and really started to add the attitude. The confidence was on display.
Yeah, here's our play. Just make believe you're going to hand it off. But camera was faked out as well. Draw the attention and then put it on the deck.
Mentioned it. Jalen was supposed to get married to his now wife Allie on September the 2nd, but when he found out what the schedule was for Team USA and their FIBA World Cup run, decided let's move this up. Got married last week with plenty of the boys in attendance.
A lot of guys would have gotten away with that.
Allie is a very understanding partner. Brunson's got 6 of his 8 here in the 3rd quarter.
Look at the harassing here.
Bridges on Wheeler out there.
And Edwards on Water. Tough shot. They're really challenging everything now.
This has been a nice 3rd quarter defensively for Team USA. Edwards against Waters. The turnaround off glass.
Big time kiss out of Georgia.
Into double figures goes Edwards, and the lead is up to 17.
What strength and upper body he has.
And you can just tell he's gotten bigger in the offseason. Aleem Ford, he did a lot of that in Wisconsin for
Wisconsin, sure. Pleasant young guy, too.
Georgia kid. Played his college ball in Madison.
Yes, he lives in Atlanta, right?
Yep. Speaking of Georgia, there's Edwards, who now leads the way for Team USA with a dozen. Got 8 in this 3rd quarter.
They're just scratching the surface as a team, this group.
Here is Ford on the other side. Oh, Wheeler came flying in.
Not against that guy.
Oh, and Wheeler got his fingertip on that Banchero pass. Wheeler with a clutch block by Banchero.
A floorboard. Look at this effort.
Thompson, no. Condit does it again. Playing some exciting ball.
That is incredible.
And Steve Kerr called the timeout. Good hustle by Condit.
Well, I think he was mad because not enough white shirts came down to compliment that block.
Epson Eco Tank wants to know, does your printer run out of ink at the worst time?
Cartridges. Tiny, dinky, expensive.
Don't get cartridged. Switch to the cartridge-free Epson Eco Tank. Comes with big bottles of ink. The bottle snap in place, then you just fill and chill. Prints up to 5,000 pages.
That would have taken me like 80 cartridges.
Welcome to Chillville.
I love it here.
Switch at EpsonEcoTank.com. Just fill and chill!
Boy, the pace is something we've discussed a whole lot. Both teams giving it to him at both ends.
They got the message here. Look at that strength. Ability to finish. Edwards looking for the foul. But down at this end, not enough guys recovered, and Steve was upset. There's only 2 white shirts down here. And just imagine, boy, get the hardware store in here. We need some new nails on these boards. What a great effort.
Well, Condit has done a lot of his damage on second chance opportunities, to his credit. He's got 12 points, second behind Waters, who's got 15 for Puerto Rico.
He runs hard. I mentioned he's got a great motor, very good in the lane, likes his left shoulder too, that Condit. Reeves coming into it a very good 1st quarter.
Austin Reeves, who is getting some love from his LA Laker teammate LeBron James. LeBron really kind of took Austin Reeves under his wing in Los Angeles, really had a lot of belief in what Reeves could do, built him up, gave him confidence. He's played as such this past season and earned himself that large contract.
The praise from one of the great ones, right?
Absolutely. And there is Austin's family. 2 of his aunts are here. made the trip down from Idaho Falls. Awesome to see. And there are a lot of Austin Reeves jerseys in the building today with the short trip from LA to Las Vegas.
A lot of Laker fans.
Absolutely. I saw a 13 Laker jersey as well. Clock issue here, perhaps?
Yeah.
Shot clock will
Reset
reset.
on the kick.
So you got Cam Johnson with Edwards, Banchero, Halliburton, and Reeves. There was some talk about who the starting lineup would be, and I get the feeling that over these next 5 games, that's still going to change a little bit, and certainly the rotations will.
It might be game to game even.
Sure.
I mean, all these guys can contribute at a high level.
There's Reeves.
The more they're together, the more understanding of what position on the floor, where you want the ball, and he can really light it up when he wants to. Really
11 in the quarter for Anthony Edwards now.
What a career he's going to have. Started pretty good.
He's doing okay. Yep. Just 22 years old. Waters working with Romero. Nice dive and a foul called on Banchero as he tried to recover defensively.
Boy, he just showed, trailed. I mean, that's just a terrific defensive set. Call for the foul at the rim, but
yeah, they ended up giving it to Reeves. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, my apologies. Reeves is first. So as this showcase continues, the next 2 games will be overseas in Spain, Saturday and Sunday. They'll take on Luka Doncic and Slovenia coming up on the 12th. That's Saturday. Then on Sunday, they'll take on the #1 ranked team in the world. The U.S. is ranked #2. Spain came in ranked #1. That being said, Ricky Rubio, who's been an absolute star on the international stage for Spain, has said that he's going to take a break for his mental health, which certainly I respect and appreciate. And Rubio's going to take some time away, but they have the Hernan Gomez brothers. They still have Rudy Fernandez, who's been one of the great players in Spanish basketball history.
Big-time challenge, I think.
It's going to get harder. Yeah. It is going to get a little bit harder as these showcase games go.
A little disagreement on the inbounds. I think a challenge. Yeah, review on who's out of bounds.
And there is one challenge available for each coach during a game. You cannot challenge a common foul like you can in the NBA. That was a rule that was changed in the last 2 years.
I think they got it right, believe it or not. Unless there's a double tick here that I did. Yeah, no, they did get it wrong.
Yeah. Looked like Banchero last touch, right?
Well, the more you sit as this close, the speed.
Very much so, right?
Strength, obviously, because the physique, etc., but just the speed on both ends of the floor.
Well, something that you were talking about, obviously you had a long career broadcasting NBA games. You saw some of the greatest players in the history of the game. Saw Grant Hill play as well. And indeed, by the way, it will be Puerto Rico ball, successful challenge. But both you and Grant were each talking about how different it is just in the last 15 years, the speed, the athleticism, the physicality for these players at both international and NBA levels.
Right, and fundamentally sound as well. You throw that in the mix. That's why it's so tough defensively.
Yeah. Nice move by Wheeler to get free. Rebound by Reeves. After the deflection.
They don't hesitate.
Halliburton to Banchero. The kick for Reeves. Cross court, Banchero to Johnson.
Love the ball movement, though. So unselfish. Doesn't stink.
18 assists on 31 baskets. Wheeler and scores it against Reeves in a foul.
And there's that open middle again. It is devastating to try and contain the bounce. Clever use. Reeves on an island, really. And nobody is home at that rim. Pretty good job. I'm sorry. Pretty good job lifting Banchero too, so he couldn't help.
Yep. You liked Wheeler earlier during the practice sessions this weekend. What you saw in shoot-around today is a kid who skipped his senior year of high school in New Jersey to play professionally in Italy. So it's 17 years of age. much to the consternation of his mother, as you can imagine. He moved overseas to play in Italy, ended up being an undrafted free agent a couple of years later, and had a short stint in the G League with Minnesota, and now playing in Puerto Rico.
Very good in transition, fast without the ball, great cutter. Can't get your mom mad at you, though.
Maybe bring back some good stuff from Italy, perhaps. Johnson, Portis, Halliburton, Reeves, and Bridges, the 5 for the U.S. Portis over Wheeler.
That mid-post is tough. It's an ISO.
Because of all the movement away from that ISO in the high post, mid-post, you can get a lot of looks in that mid-range.
Well, you can also turn and attack, too. You got to be wary defensively.
There's a switch. Reeves on Howard, along with Wheeler and Ford and Romero and Thompson. Howard late in the clock has to force it up.
A good job by Reeves. Missed him down the floor.
Johnson in the paint. Got it.
Pretty. Not just a three-point shooter.
Yep.
He's got a little mid-range game in him, too.
Yeah, the best year of his career shooting from the field this past season between Brooklyn and Phoenix. Bridges against the bigger Romero here. Nice footwork by Romero. Good defense by Portis. On the help.
Again, Reeves really reads the... Look at this cut.
Off to Johnson.
Overpowering. That offensive flow. Quick hitter.
Beautiful pass by Halliburton. His 8th assist today, Rad. A 19-point lead, the largest for the U.S.
They are deep and talented.
It is Howard. Rebound Reeves.
Always looking up, though.
There's that ISO. Portis.
Once again. He's just giving Durant a little something on the side of Jimmy Green.
Bobby Portis is a true energy player. He did some good work as a starter with some injuries that the Bucks dealt with, but he was spectacular off the bench for Milwaukee this year. Earned himself a new contract as well. Here is Ford. Rebound.
Steve has them playing great defense. Well, this staff they have, you don't know how talented they are as coaches.
Portis again. Tipped alive by Bridges, and he corrals it. And he draws a foul on Thompson. Ethan will commit it. And a couple of shots coming.
Nice little wrinkle later. Those guys post up a little bit. Yeah. Challenge their guy, take their guy, and Portis, who sort of enjoyed this more than most. I don't know if this is a Green or Durant. What do you think?
Maybe to both.
It could be.
Said it. Bobby's the elder statesman on this team.
Even when Green is not playing, he creates some interesting.
The media savvy Draymond Green. I think maybe Bobby just wants some podcast time more than anything else. You mentioned it. Bobby Portis off the bench had 23 double-doubles and then added 15 more when he was a starter this year for Milwaukee.
New coach, right?
Adrian Griffin taking over for the Bucks.
Seton Hall youngster. Overcame PJ.
As many of us have.
And still survived.
Hope you're watching PJ tonight. Final seconds. It's Wheeler against Reeves. Good defense. Somehow he got it to Thompson, but the defense in that quarter very strong.
It sure was. And Reeves, well, he got beat early there, but boy, he was solid. Fighting over screens, competing. What a difference.
Some really good stuff at both ends.
Absolutely. The lightning attack, the ability to protect at the rim, and doing it all.
Maybe to Green, maybe to KD, but it was fun to watch. To the 4th we go.
Subway's now slicing their meats fresh. That's why soccer pros like me prefer the Grand Slam ham.
And this rookie prefers fresh sliced turkey. Perfect when you're subbed out of a game.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too.
Nothing better than a sub.
We got the house!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
When you see the game through Victor Salomon's eyes, you see the masterpiece in every move. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
You push your body hard in the name of fitness. Sure, it's for a good cause. But a good cause shouldn't mean sacrificing a good time.
Basketball has taught me a lot. Teamwork, determination, confidence, how to win and how to lose, how to get up and keep going. Basketball taught me how to be a leader. 80% of women leaders played sports growing up, but girls drop out of sports twice as often as boys. Let's help our girls lean into sports and leadership.
Some of the young, burgeoning stars that are starting to establish themselves at the NBA level and now getting their first crack at the international stages. Austin Reeves performing very well at both ends, and that was a dominant third quarter after I imagine Steve Kerr got into the ears of these young players.
It jumps out at you when you watch them practice. They know how to turn it up, push it, fill, and get to the rim. I know it's difficult on the defense to get back and be in position and recognize and contain. A terrific defense that turns it into easy scoring opportunities at the other end.
So Johnson, Halliburton, Portis, Reeves, and Bridges, the five still out there for Team USA.
I don't know if we'll see Jackson again.
Had some foul trouble, and maybe some other guys can mix in. Maybe we'll see Walker Kessler get an opportunity as well. He's the only player that was active tonight that has not played yet.
It's not a reflection on his ability. He's a keeper.
Again, I think some of that has to do with the wind as well, as you were talking about.
Right.
Condit picks up the offensive foul, a turnover. 14th giveaway by Puerto Rico.
Portis is the center of this group. There's the blow by.
Halliburton.
Tyrese. Forget Ames.
He just signed his big max extension a long way from Ames. 5-year, $260 million for Halliburton.
He does a great job spinning. And boy, well prepared defensively.
Another push. Portis, the seal, was able to run it down. Reeves on the attack. Portis on the tip-in.
What effort. You had mentioned energy, I should say. A little kiss, deep.
Wave out the basket, foul on the floor on the United States. On Bridges.
Flexibility of the lineup. That's just multi-positional guys. Good handle, good understanding.
Now, this is about as small of a lineup as Team USA is going to put out there, with, as you mentioned, Portis playing the 5 essentially. Bridges on Waters. It seems fitting somehow.
Yeah, nice curl and give back.
Condit trying to corral it. He does. Howard lines it up for 3.
Well, he's got a great quick release, though. Didn't make it, but boy, doesn't need much space.
Portis. Thompson the rebound.
If he made that, I don't know what he'd do as an encore. I got an offensive foul.
Indeed, an offensive foul. Condit can't believe it. And he was upset at it. You saw Jason Steele and John Conley talk about it. It's going to be a
double, I think.
Yeah. And the Bobby chants here in Las Vegas. He hears a lot of this at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee.
I bet he does. I'm wrong. Here comes Jackson for a few more minutes. Boy, not only talented, these kids, but they are competitors.
Yes. Bobby Portis. I remember talking to Joakim Noah about Portis, and he called him an energy guy. And I said, what do you mean by that specifically? Because you hear the word energy guy and you're thinking, oh, he comes off the bench and he gives you a spark. And he goes, no, no, no. Not only that, he's the energy guy in the middle of February when you're closing in on the All-Star break and you're playing 3 games in 4 nights and you don't want to play. He's the one that gets you going in the locker room as Bridges knocks down the jumper.
Making it get the go.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's a good point. In an 82-game season, you need guys who are willing to get you going in games 54 and 55 in the middle of the season.
Johnson with a good challenge. Look at the little tip here.
Halliburton to Johnson.
Quick timeout. Showing it all right now. Loosey-goosey.
Playing with a little joy here in the second half.
Ooh, how impressive. All on that defensive end. Then why not? Big time. Send it in. Tar Heel. Float. Big time.
18-0 USA run. Bobby Portis a big part of it.
Who ready? I'm ready. Who ready? I'm ready. Well, give me my darn theme music.
The best in all of college football.
It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time.
Thursday on Fox, it's a pivotal quarterfinal showdown as Spain
Oh my word!
takes on the Netherlands.
Spectacular!
It all kicks off in primetime, Thursday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
It's time to get down to the business of food, and I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money, it's not just an investment, it's a partnership. Each week, I'll put the best food entrepreneurs to the test.
It has 2.2 horsepower. That's like a go-kart.
Winners hustle and make tough decisions fast.
And drop the ball.
This was a profit challenge. I'm looking for my next food star. The person who I'll be investing in is
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, Wednesdays on Fox and stream on Hulu.
Championship, and that's what you'll see on the pitch.
And when you're up against Sophia Smith, the quickness, the agility. The defender doesn't stand a chance. Sophia Smith finds her first goal.
These teams are in anymore, but all I know is we got a good one to start the season. Coach Prime is coming to Fox. Deion Sanders, Colorado head coaching debut against TCU, which had a magical run to the semis last year. Big Noon Saturday returns September the 2nd on Fox.
Hey, you know what that means? Gustavo is back.
That's right. He would like watching Anthony Edwards tonight. The birthday boy!
Why not? I love his attack ability. Good shoulder strength. Ward people off. Hang a little bit. They should have a nice year, I think, don't you? Minnesota?
I think so. They've made the playoffs the last couple of years and have made it tough on whomever has matched up with them. They had Denver in the early rounds of the playoffs en route to Denver's title. Just the effort, you're seeing it.
It's unbelievable. Thompson very good with his shots at the rim.
Oh, step through by Jackson.
Boy, talk about agility at that size.
He's into double figures. 20 straight points for the United States.
Automatic switch on Waters. You can't give him any cushion.
You know, you mentioned it, Raph. They've obviously got so much flexibility 1 through 5 with the switching, but it's a lot of length regardless of who's on the guard.
Look at that step back.
That was nice. That was nice.
He can be nasty.
Finally breaks the 20-0 run. Johnson looking to answer.
Again, that's part of the overall philosophy. Get yourself down the floor, shorten it with good passes.
And you don't have to take the shot. You don't have to force, but Steve Kerr wants them to set up early.
Play free.
Waters that time tried the left hand.
Now look at Johnson out on the floor again.
Halliburton takes it all the way. Good recovery by Condit. Appreciate his hustle.
Look at him go, too. He just gives it.
Yeah, he goes right to the post. Good defense by Bridges. Reeves was looking to split.
Whoa.
Looking for Bridges on the cut.
Yeah, I think he must have slipped out of his hand.
Yep. And a foul on Reeves. You saw Reeves' mouth there. My fault.
Yeah.
It's a little bit in a rush. It's okay.
You know, it was a pretty good jump to contain the dribble, too. Just got the body in there.
Tamaj Parker Rivera will check in for Puerto Rico. Wholesale subs will reset the lineup here. Bridges comes out. So Brunson, Johnson, Jackson, Halliburton are out there, along with Reeves. For Puerto Rico, Wheeler and Ford, with Howard and Holland and Parker Rivera. Here's Howard trying to escape Reeves.
Hey, Reeves moves his feet. That pretty good counter.
Yep.
Howard, we know he can score.
Reeves, the fake.
Nice look.
Brunson to Johnson. Short. Oh, Brunson got it back somehow.
Jackson wanted that three, I think.
Yeah, he did. Brunson to Reeves.
Mark it
4
down.
3.
Wow. They generally don't miss those open looks at this level.
I agree with you, though, on Reeves defensively. I saw a lot of him late in the season. Good denial that time, and Jackson the rebound. Well, Reeves really puts his nose in there defensively.
Very competitive.
Brunson. Johnson flies in and got it to go somehow.
He's more than just a shooter the more you watch him.
Cam Johnson, 27-year-old from Pennsylvania by way of North Carolina. See, there's
Again,
Reeves right there.
Right out, right there. Good containment.
And an offensive foul on Parker Rivera.
You got a timeout coming.
At the 5-minute mark.
Good Ingram back in there a little bit.
We'll see what the United States has in store for this final portion of this opening game of their showcase. First of 4 games they'll play.
Geico makes car insurance easy. As easy as getting stuffed up during allergy season.
Before all the pollen, I used to stop and smell everything. The smell of fresh cut grass, my coffee in the morning, the hot dog smell from the hot dog guy. You did this to me.
With an app that puts your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
Curse you, ragweed pollen!
Are you Zillowing houses in the burbs near your parents? Well, now you can also Zillow an agent to get you that house. Or a condo in the city, where they'd have to call first.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
OTR Premium Cocktails. My favorite round is the one after the round. That's cocktailing on a whole OTR level.
Domino's is dropping by a little differently these days. Get pizza dropped off almost anywhere when you drop a pin in the Domino's app. It's new Domino's Pinpoint Delivery.
The USA Basketball Showcase on FS1 is brought to you by Nike. Really nice atmosphere, a lot of buzz in the building.
get them to play together, commit. Just a solid guy.
In the summer of 1986, he was part of the U.S. Fiba World Championship team in Spain. That was the last American men's senior team that had only amateur players that won a gold medal. Steve unfortunately suffered a knee injury, so didn't get to play in the run to the gold. Nice slip to Jackson from Halliburton.
Again, the open middle.
Double-digit assist for Halliburton tonight, Rap. I'll tell you this quick story about Steve Kerr. My father passed away about 5.5 years ago, and if you know anything about Steve and his history with his father Malcolm, who was essentially assassinated in Lebanon as the president of American University, the first game I did, nice recovery by Ingram and a foul. The first game I called after the passing of my father was a Golden State game in Minnesota. So I go into Steve Kerr's office with the aforementioned PJ Carlosimo. And Steve, we do a pregame interview with him, and I was going out of the office, and Steve said, hey, come on back, and just an extra 2 minutes, and asked me about my father. I guess PJ had let him know what had happened. And just those 2 minutes made me feel so much better about everything that had happened in the previous 5 days. And I always just respected and appreciated what Steve did for me in 120 seconds in his office while he had those moments. That, I hope, gives you a little bit of a sense. If you didn't already hear story after story about Steve, I hope that gives you a little bit of a sense of the type of person that Steve Kerr is.
Yeah, the warmth, the strong character, the style, his understanding of people, his feel. Just a very compassionate guy.
Truly.
And obviously, pretty darn good coach.
Pretty good at what he's done, and he's had a lot of good teachers. Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich at the top of that list. Want to talk about the championship pedigree. Walker Kessler is indeed into the game, so he gets his first run. First team all-rookie selection last year with the Utah Jazz.
Try and get him going a little bit, too.
I'd love to see him get some touches here. Brunson gets bumped by Aleem Ford. Alec Kessler is his uncle. Alec was the number 12 overall pick by the Houston Rockets in 1990 and was immediately traded to Miami. Alec passed away very, very early in his life. He was only 40 years of age. He was a doctor, but Walker had a lot of great basketball influence in his life. Alec, chief among them, was a very athletic family that Walker comes from. And boy, I think he was a steal at number 22. The Grizzlies drafted him before they traded him to Utah, and then he got flipped 2 weeks later as part of the Rudy Gobert trade. And Walker Kessler, frankly, had a much better season than Rudy Gobert did for Minnesota. What a year for Walker Kessler.
Well, they were trying to blend in Minnesota.
They were, yeah,
absolutely. Two bigs together.
Cat and Rudy.
Right. I think Billy Cunningham was the owner of the Heat when that happened.
Man, Billy's had some impressive connectivity, as many longevitous people do. Good defense by Halliburton. Nice pick by Howard to end the break.
But a scouting report against this USA team is you must retreat and identify. You can't let them go up and down, get some easy baskets. I mean, mentally, it's punishing.
Here is Kessler getting a touch, trying to knife through, got his own miss and a whistle.
Too much traffic for his footwork in there.
Yep. Does draw the contact.
He really will complement defensively, too. That's one thing he can do. A terrific shot blocker, good read. You can just see too many feet.
He's the fourth leading shot blocker in the NBA this year, 173 of them. And he was a top 5 offensive rebounder in terms of percentage in the NBA this season.
Yeah, Grant and I were talking earlier in the week about he's got a great ability on a drive off his man of going over and blocking the shot without fouling.
Yeah.
And it's just he knows how to slide by, reads things well. He's got a nice touch, too.
He shot 72% from the field this year. Here he is, moving his feet pretty well on that defense, although he's going to get called for it. He was moving pretty well, though, there, to his credit, against a guard.
This is going to help him. Daily workouts against this level, skill level, competitiveness.
Banchero will come back into the game. So 2 all-rookie selections. And, of course, Banchero, the Rookie of the Year. He'll defend the inbound. Banchero could have represented Italy as well. He's an Italian citizen on his dad's side. Happy to represent Team USA.
He's going to have a hard time getting a reservation at an Italian restaurant, I think. They were so despondent, you know.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to have to let Mario make the call instead. Nice finish at the rim for Wheeler. 3 minutes left. Edwards over Wheeler. Short. There's Kessler with the offensive rebound.
Nice pass and cut.
Edwards to Halliburton for 3.
Easy game, huh? Nice kick out.
A 40-point advantage, a dominant second half for Team USA. Looking inside, Howard to 4. Not an easy pass. That was nice.
There's that fake handoff again, huh?
And he was going to his right that time, too. He showed the dexterity.
So good at that. I think the only puzzle for Steve is rotation.
Yep.
You know, like, everybody can play. Trying to fit them in. It might go according to opponents, too.
Yep.
Matchups.
And I imagine it's tough, too. Not a lot of tape, not a lot of film on the opposing teams that you're seeing, at least early in the tournament.
Early, yeah, that's the hard part.
Yep. Well, that's bad. Well, how about that staff? Kerr, Spoelstra with 2 titles and made the finals this year. Few's got almost 700 wins at Gonzaga, and then Tyronn Lue won a couple of titles as a player, and then, of course, as part of that LeBron James team as the head coach in 2016 that won the title for the Cavs.
You know, Fewy has a lot of the temperament of Steve Kerr, by the way.
Sure.
It's just a nice, easy, you know, demanding, wants certain things done.
Sure.
But just, like, lovable for players. And that sells. It sells more and more with the current demands.
Brunson's done. You mentioned it, Raph, just what he does outside of just scoring. 11 points, 12 rebounds for Jalen Brunson tonight.
The great choreographer.
Banchero, speaking of footwork and choreography, is able to draw the foul with the Euro step to the rim.
We're starting to sound like Bob Fosse here with our...
Get those jazz hands up, Raph. You see Brunson and Bridges, the 2 Villanova Wildcats that we talked about in the Open, and very good contributions, and that doesn't count what Bridges did on the defensive end, too.
Chatting over there, probably saying, despite playing under Jay Wright, we turned out okay.
And we could get a restaurant reservation in any place in Philadelphia we want to.
And they sure can. And New York now.
And New York now, yeah. They're helping to run the city. Stars for the Knicks and Nets now. Loose ball to Kessler. Good stuff from Walker Kessler off the bench in these final minutes.
He's mobile enough to help on ball screens, too. Knows how to check out as he does here. Didn't come up with it, but...
He's sizable.
I like the teaching moments out of this. I think when they look at tape.
Yeah.
You know, when he didn't get back, didn't bounce the floor, didn't push it.
Attention to detail is so important.
Yeah. Nice hands that time. Johnson.
Reeves to Halliburton with the hammer.
Give the assist to Johnson. He's the one that started it.
Yep, great defense at that end of the floor. 39-8. Basically over the last quarter. Tough shot, good one there from Howard. Smooth.
Well, he can ring him up.
80 seconds left. Halliburton with another assist. Kessler finishes it. That's 12 dimes.
The hands for Kessler are impressive as well, but you're right, Halliburton. This fills it up, doesn't he, that sheet?
He's got such good floor vision. Oh, wow, that would have been something from Wheeler had he put it down. It'll be Team USA ball.
And that's Kessler's presence, though. Didn't get a block, but it changed. And right here, big guy rolling and hands. Didn't come down with it either. See the time beat? Just amazing.
Again, maybe doesn't get the block officially, but the deterrence that you said. Banchero
say goodnight.
Little punctuation on this second half route. Wheeler.
Look at the challenge even there.
Bancaro.
Yep. Nice pass and run.
Kessler unable to finish.
Boy, Reeves, even in Oklahoma, I love the way he passed the ball.
Yep. Howard. Yes.
That's one to look at and say, how could you leave him open?
Guy scored almost 3,000 points in college, man.
Gotta know. Recognize.
A 5-second difference here. Shot and game clock. Here comes Ford. An impressive second half from Team USA as they finish off Puerto Rico to start their showcase run. 117-74 the final.
Impressive.
Very much so. Team USA with 7 players in double figures. Nobody had more than 15. Johnson and Edwards each with 15 to lead the way, but very balanced, a very strong second half. Team USA with 67 points to Puerto Rico's 31 in the final 20 minutes.
Who was worried about them being young? Who was that? Who was that guy?
Who was talking about that? Again, first chance at the international stage on the senior level for many of these players, and they comported themselves well, especially in the final 20 minutes.
All these exhibition games are going to serve their purpose. They're going to grow, become more unified. Not that they weren't. No question about their competitiveness. Their depth, too.
Very much so.
The different ways they can play.
Yep. The versatility and the flexibility in terms of size, the switches. There's going to be a lot that they can play around with. It feels like a lot to go through and filter through for Steve Kerr and company.
And also the practices now against one another, pretty high level.
The iron sharpen iron theory. And Steve Kerr giving some final words after game number 1 at midcourt. So that'll give us a chance to show off a little bit of what Team USA did. Let's focus on McCall.
One of those guys that in the open floor is magnificent. Can attack, good footwork, good balance, can make deep shots, runs the floor. And the defensive skills is pretty extraordinary for him.
Bridges, a 26-year-old Philadelphia native. Excellent performance. And they will wave to the many fans that came out to see the individual stars that they root for, perhaps in their towns, and certainly Team USA, a young group that showed a lot of promise tonight. So this is what's coming up. They get the win over Puerto Rico. Again, the challenges will continue. Luka Doncic and Slovenia. The very impressive Spanish roster, the #1 ranked team in the world. They'll take on Greece and Germany, and then New Zealand as part of Group C to open up their run in the Fiba World Cup on August the 26th. We talked about it. A lot of players made great contributions. Austin Reeves was one of them. First and foremost, though, Austin, you got some family that made a long trip here.
I love that.
That's really cool.
I appreciate it.
All the way down from Idaho Falls, right?
I love that. Yeah.
Very cool to see.
For sure.
So first and foremost, Austin, one of the things that we were addressing is just the youth, right? A lot of you who maybe have played for the junior teams or whatever, first chance at the senior campaign for all of you guys. What do you think you've taken out of these first handful of days working together with one another?
A lot, honestly, and I feel like we've, gelled really fast as a team, and I think it shows the way we play the game, and that's going to continue to grow as far as we go, and that's really the main thing. We know we have a lot of talent. We know we can do a lot of great things offensively, defensively, but it's all about becoming a one unit and really just going and playing for one another.
You're new to one another, and Grant Hill was telling us that you really didn't know a lot of these guys until we got to camp here.
Yeah, no, I didn't play much AAU growing up, so I don't really know many of them, but this is a cool opportunity for me to, play with a bunch of guys that are, really talented and a bunch of good guys, honestly. And it's going to be fun for me in the next, 6 weeks to get to know all of them.
You had a pretty good start in this game, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I didn't make a shot in the second half, but hey, all I care about is winning.
The one other add-on with Grant Hill, he's more impressed that you're a scratch golfer.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, he doesn't even, I said, how about his basketball? He said, my God, he's a great golfer.
Don't let him talk you into going onto the course. I get the feeling he's going to try to get some money off you. First, speaking of money, congratulations, new contract for you. I'm sure for an undrafted player that gives you some sense of security, some confidence. And I imagine the other thing that gives you confidence is when you're playing with one of the greatest players of all time, LeBron, giving you a little bit of love. You're cold coming off the bench, a cold man. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, that's my guy. I've learned a lot from him in the past 2 years, and it feels good when he kind of validates that you can actually play. So it's been a special 2 years, and hopefully we can go win a championship this year.
Really appreciate the time.
Yes,
congrats on a great start. And best of luck going forward. We're going to watch you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Austin Reeves,
too.
Kind enough to join us. Really appreciate it, Austin. So that does it for the U.S. and Puerto Rico. A 117-74 final tonight. Coverage will continue on Saturday. That'll be on FS1 right here. Luka Doncic leads the Slovenian national team. This will be from Spain. The U.S. will take on Slovenia Saturday and then Spain on Sunday. A great effort, especially in the second half, from the United States national team in their first opportunity on the international stage on the run-up to the Fiba World Cup. For Bill Raftery, the wonderful women and men of our crew, Adam Amin saying good night from Las Vegas.